What's happening, guys? My name is Cajun Dog 13, or you can call me James, whichever one, I don't care. But this is my first ever video on YouTube. Just driving around, got done with lunch with my friend Robert, shout out to him. We are driving down Highway 190, this is US Highway 190, in Mandeville, Louisiana, which is where I live. If you're ever wondering where that is exactly, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't know what it is. Mandeville is about 30 minutes north of New Orleans on the North Shore Lake Pontchartrain. We'll drive down there to the lake, show you guys where that is, and you can see the causeway, see the curvature of the earth from the causeway, but that's pretty much what it's gonna be. I'm gonna try and do this about once a week, maybe, depending on how much time I have. I don't exactly have a lot of time because of my work schedule. This is gonna be about a hobby, trying to do some spare time. A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you're just doing this for a job type thing. It's for the money. No, a lot of people will say that. A lot of people will say it's not for the money. And I say that it isn't. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I just never had the time. And that's pretty much it. Driving videos, I do like to drive a lot. I do play video games, but I don't have the equipment for that. I don't have an Elgato, I don't have a webcam, so I won't be doing a lot of face review, like a lot of face cams, but I will try and do that in the future. I can't exactly do recordings a lot because I do live with my parents. If the camera does seem too low, just let me know in the comments or whatever. I am recording this on my cell phone, so that's gonna be a bit difficult considering I'm only driving with one hand. It's kind of crazy. But I'm from Mandeville originally. I have moved around a lot. My dad works in oil and gas and stuff like that, so every 3 years we had to move every time he got a job promotion. But maybe next week, if I have the time, we'll drive around some more. If you guys want to see any more of these videos, just let me know. I'll try and drive around, say, Madisonville, Covington area. I won't be driving to the South Shore. It's a bit sketchy. I don't drive around the South Shore a lot. But I do get pretty close, I guess you could say. If looking that way goes to Madisonville, Highway 22. And Highway 22 runs through Madisonville, and then a side street will turn into Highway 21, which runs through Covington. But this side of Mandeville is about like the ritzy kind of area. I'm sure some of you guys live over in this area. If you do, shout out to you. Let's see. I'd say this area is like pretty snobby in some ways. A lot of people will be like, oh, no, it's not. There's better area somewhere. No, this area is pretty snobby. I used to work in this area when I was in high school, which was about 3 years ago. It's kind of funny thinking that now. But I worked over here. There was an Albertsons here at one point, which is where I worked. And all the snobby people came here. And what's funny is they had a article for a survey on the top 10 snobbiest cities in Louisiana. Mandeville reached number 3, which was not surprising at all, considering my friends and I live here. Number 1 was Covington. That also was not a surprise because there's a lot of people in Covington. Yeah, I guess it's not that surprising, but it's surprising to a lot of people. A lot of people think, oh, the clicking noise was the blinker, if y'all didn't know what that was. But we're still on Highway 190. It turns off from the Causeway approach and goes towards Slidell. I might drive to Slidell one day. I don't know. It depends, again, on timing. I don't have a lot of time. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. going through the Snobby area right now if these cars decide not to change lanes on me, because a lot of people here in Mandeville, Louisiana especially, love using their turn signals, especially when you know they use them, but it's like the last minute, so you never know when they're gonna turn. They wait till the absolute last second, like even using the shoulder to make a turn, Mr. Ford there. If you're a Ford lover, good for you. I don't care for Ford, honestly. I drive a Toyota, which, it's fine, I like it, but I'm kind of like a Dodge person. If you disagree with me, good for you. As far as like consoles, which I will try and do recordings on console for my games, I do play Grand Theft Auto, Modern Warfare 3. I have some other games, but I don't play them as much. And I have an Xbox. If you like PlayStation, all for you. But I will not buy a PlayStation. I just won't. I don't like the way the controllers feel. It's just weird to me. And a lot of people will say, oh, you're not doing it right. There's a lot of things I'm not doing right. I do play PC. I have some PC games, so I might do those too. It just depends on what you guys think. But I'm also open for criticism, not harsh criticism, like saying, oh, you're wasting your life, basically. But no, like, if there's something I need to fix, let me know. If I need to change something, or something just didn't look right, let me know. I'm all for it. I want to be good for you guys. And trying to do that on my own with no resources whatsoever except for my cell phone, it's going to be tough. But in the long run, I'd enjoy it. I've always wanted to do this. I have been inspired by numerous YouTubers to do this. They always say, be yourself type thing. Don't try and change your persona. I guess you could call it that. I do change my voice when I'm talking to make it funnier. I do have hilarious moments with my friends on Grand Theft Auto and everything. We always do retarded shit. But it is what it is. If you guys are ever, like, if you're watching this video and you want to try and find me on Grand Theft Auto or whatever, just type in my gamer tag. Basically, my YouTube name is my gamer tag for Xbox. Even Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I have an Instagram, but I don't necessarily use it. I don't use it a whole lot. Facebook, I kind of use it, and Twitter, I kind of use it. And I'll put links in the description for that if you guys want to add me. If I ignore you, I'm sorry. I'm not used to random people sending me invites. Or like friend requests or whatever. So if I ignore it or delete it, just send me another one, and I'll probably catch the hint that you're trying to follow me or whatever. But I won't necessarily show where my house is exactly, because I don't like stalkers. And the job that I've had before, and you guys are probably gonna like bash on me type thing, is just like, I did law enforcement for 1.5 years. So don't bash on me for that. I know all the recent events and everything. Y'all are gonna bash on me because of the law enforcement and the way the police are nowadays. I get that. I watch the news. I read newspapers, people. But now we're heading to the lake. There's still 190, and we're turning right onto Girard Street, which runs towards the lake. And I will show you guys. Oh, that's Suburban right there. That's Robert right there. So shout out to Robert if you're watching this. Robert works at Walgreens and Sherwin-Williams paint store in Mandeville. That's good for him. He's also in college. I was in college, but I didn't do so good. I failed 2 semesters. Not proud of that at all. But it is what it is. I had to move back home. Couldn't afford to live where I was, which was in Lafayette, Louisiana. UL Lafayette, go Ragin' Cajuns, all the way. We just crossed the Tammany Trace, which is a bike path that runs from Slidell, which is 17 miles east of here, of Mandeville, and runs into Covington. It used to be a train line before, and then they tore out the train line and paved it. And when I was a kid, we used to ride all the way to Slidell, which is not a problem until you realize you have to go back. That's the tough part when you're a little kid with your parents and stuff like that. So we're going through a kind of an older part of Mandeville. It's also relatively new, I guess you could say. This is where all the little shops and little restaurants and everything are. There's a church 2 blocks from where we are, I think, I don't remember, that I go to. But up ahead, if you can kind of see it, we're almost there, but my phone sucks at zooming in. It makes everything so pixelated, and I don't like it. But up ahead is Lake Pontchartrain, and for anyone who is naive and just ignorant, Lake Pontchartrain is not actually a lake. It is an estuary that feeds into the Gulf, so it's salt water. I should probably stop for the stop sign before I run it. Cops around here, they're always patrolling, and they will jump you for anything. I got pulled over for speeding in high school, go figure, and luckily got a warning for doing about 20 miles over the speed limit. These people with the big old trucks and trying to drive through parking lots is not fun at all. But there's Lake Pontchartrain, and we're gonna stop up here so I can show you guys the causeway. It is very cloudy. It's supposed to rain, I think. I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably rain. But it's also very sunny at the same time, so it's going to be a lot of glare, so I apologize for that. And lots of lakefront houses. These are all very expensive houses. Some of them have gone up most of over $1 million. And the lakefront up on the North Shore runs about maybe 3 miles, I think. I'm not sure, maybe 2. But lots of people bring their dogs and stuff, and they go jogging on the paths and everything. It's pretty fun. It's very enjoyable. I love being out here. And I wouldn't trade a day for this. So, I'm gonna stop. Now, there's a handicap. Don't want to park there. That's not my business. I'm not handicapped. So, lots of motorcyclists. Lots of motorcyclists today. Mardi Gras weekend's coming up. That's fun. Getting ready for that. And if you're wondering where I work, it's not over here. It's up the road towards Abita Springs. If you don't know where Abita Springs is, it's about 5 minutes north of Mandeville. And what are you doing, Mr. Bicyclist? You are all over the place. But yeah, so I work in a bakery. I work for a place called Nonna Randazzo's, which is an Italian bakery that does king cakes and donuts. I work nights making donuts. And I'm awake, like I work from about 6:30 to about 3 or 4 in the morning. So being very sleep deprived is very enjoyable considering I'm used to it. But it's always, you're sleeping in late and all that stuff. But if you do have a job like that, hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. And I always say that everything is better than nothing. especially when you are trying to get by. But I know this sign says don't park in the circle, but we're going to stop a little bit. So there's the causeway right there. Well, the North Shore end of it. It runs 24 miles. It used to be the longest causeway in the world, and it got beat out by a bridge in China. So I think it's like the second or third longest. You guys can look it up because I don't remember. And I'm not going to stop my car in the middle of the street to try and figure out how long it is, or how like the rank in length of bridges over a body of water. But it was built back in the 50s, and it used to be one span. It was a 2-lane bridge, and then traffic increased going into New Orleans, so they put in another span. Now it's 4 lanes, and during weather, like bad weather and stuff, they will shut it down so nobody can get over it. Or if it's like high winds or stuff, they will not allow motorcyclists and 18-wheelers. There has been some accidents in the recent years that I remember, where one of them was a dump truck that caught fire and dumped into Pontchartrain and tore out the guardrail, so they had to replace that. And the toll is like $3, which seems like nothing comparing if you're having to drive that bridge every day. So they used to be $1.50, but they had a toll on the South Shore to come up. Well, they realized that there's more people going to the South Shore than the North Shore, so they put just that one toll of the $3 on the North Shore and got rid of the toll on the South Shore. I think they're building a house there. That's nice. Truck with purple headlights. I guess that's nice. Shout out to Fords, I guess. But yeah, so hope your guys' days are going great, or nights, depending on how late this uploads or whatever. It may be Monday or Tuesday, depending on how long this takes, because I don't know how this is gonna go. This may wind up great, this may wind up horrible, but either way, it's a start. I mean, your first video can't be perfect, I guess. But hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, whatever, something, and I'll talk to you guys later.